Sheryl was replaced. They fired her. They kicked her off the game because it's Caitlin Clark.
Remember just a few months ago when basketball legend Sheryl Swoopes confidently declared that the Indiana Fever were going nowhere? She practically said it was a career graveyard, a team nobody with serious talent would touch. She painted a picture of locker room drama and a losing culture so toxic it was supposedly radioactive. Swoopes spoke with absolute certainty like she had a crystal ball predicting Indiana's doom. Well, hold on to your hats because what happened next is nothing short of unbelievable.
There's a lot of other shit going on that players are like, this ain't where I want to be.
Over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indiana Fever didn't just participate in free agency, they absolutely dominated it. They went on a signing spree that looked like something straight out of a video game. Imagine playing franchise mode with unlimited funds and just snapping up every top free agent available. That's the level we're talking about. They landed Natasha Howard, a proven champion and defensive force. Then came Deanna Bonner, a walking bucket and veteran leader who can do it all. Sophie Cunningham joined the party, bringing instant energy, swagger, and a spark that ignites any team. And to top it off, Sydney Colson, a glue player and locker room leader who makes everyone around her better, also signed on. These aren't just role players, these are top-tier athletes who could have signed anywhere in the WNBA, and they chose Indiana. Suddenly, the Fever aren't a team to avoid. They're the hottest destination in the league.
By the way, every single narrative about the Fever, it's like whatever about them signing Sophie Cunningham, who they don't like. They love Dewanna Bonner.
But let's rewind for a second because the sheer scale of this turnaround is even more shocking when you remember what Sheryl Swoopes boldly proclaimed just months ago. She wasn't just speculating, she was declaring. On a major podcast, Swoopes confidently asserted that no serious free agent would even consider Indiana. She doubled down on the narrative of a supposedly toxic environment, claiming players were actively avoiding the Fever like they were cursed. She delivered these opinions with such conviction, leaving no room for doubt, as if her word was the final verdict. She said it with her whole chest, convinced she knew the absolute truth about the Indiana Fever's fate.
No, but players who will be free agents next year, there's a lot of other shit going on that players are like, this ain't where I want to be.
Well, reality just delivered a knockout blow to that prediction. Instead of being shunned, Indiana Fever has become a magnet for elite talent. Remember those names? Natasha Howard signed. Deanna Bonner signed. Sophie Cunningham signed. Even Sydney Colson, a close confidant of WNBA superstar A'ja Wilson, made the move. These aren't just decent pickups. These are game-changing acquisitions, players who instantly elevate a team to contender status. And the truly unbelievable part? It's all unfolding right before Sheryl Swoopes' eyes, completely dismantling the narrative she so confidently pushed. It's like the universe itself is proving her wrong, and in the most spectacular way possible.
It's going to be Caitlin Clark flash show. So it's going to be phenomenal playing with a point guard, like you said, that have a good vision.
Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather, the phenomenon on the court, Caitlin Clark. This isn't just about a rookie making a name for herself, this is about a seismic shift in the WNBA landscape. Clark's impact goes far beyond the jaw-dropping stats and highlight reel plays, although those are certainly part of the story. It's about momentum, influence, and propelling the entire league to new heights. Think about it. When Sydney Colson was directly asked why she chose Indiana, she pointed to Kelsey Mitchell's influence, but then dropped a major hint. She'd heard nothing but incredible things about Caitlin Clark from her Aces teammate, Kate Martin. Players are actively choosing Indiana because of Clark's reputation as a fierce competitor, a natural leader, and a floor general who elevates everyone around her. And what does all this mean on the court? It means the Indiana Fever are rolling out a projected starting five that is simply stacked. Running point, you have Caitlin Clark, the generational talent who's living up to every ounce of hype. Alongside her in the backcourt is Kelsey Mitchell, a pure scorer and one of the deadliest shooters in the game. At small forward, Deanna Bonner brings veteran savvy, clutch performance, and lockdown defense. Power forward is patrolled by Natasha Howard, a rebounding machine and defensive menace, and in the paint, Aaliyah Boston, already looking like the future of the center position, anchors the defense and dominates down low. This isn't just a good team, this is a potentially dominant team. They have the talent, the chemistry, and now the burning hunger to win championships. So with all of this unfolding, with Indiana becoming the talk of the WNBA, where is Sheryl Swoopes? Nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be heard. It's almost as if she's vanished into thin air, taken a sudden vow of silence, or maybe just decided to avoid all basketball conversations entirely. Let's be honest, when your confidently delivered predictions are exposed as spectacularly wrong, it's tough to face the music. There was even a game recently where a commentator was raving about Caitlin Clark's mind-blowing performance, and guess who was sitting right there in stunned silence? Sheryl Swoopes. A full minute of awkward, deafening quiet. Not a word, not an acknowledgement, just silence. And in that silence, the truth speaks volumes. But this Indiana story is bigger than just one player, even a player as impactful as Caitlin Clark. This is about building a dynasty, a sustained era of dominance that rivals the greatest teams in WNBA history. The shift in Indiana is undeniable. Just a year ago, they were an afterthought. Now, they are one of the most talked about teams in the entire league, boasting a young core that's already proving its worth and attracting veteran stars hungry for championship rings. While other teams are scrambling trying to figure out their next move, the Fever's front office has been masterminding a takeover. They aren't just signing good players, they are meticulously assembling a roster built to dominate for years to come. This isn't luck, this is strategy, vision, and flawless execution. And for anyone still doubting Caitlin Clark, consider this your fair warning. Get comfortable because this is just the beginning. She's only scratching the surface of her potential, and as she evolves into a WNBA legend, so will the Fever. The chemistry is building, the experience is accumulating, and the momentum is absolutely unstoppable. Imagine when Caitlin Clark wins MVP in just her second year. The meltdown from the old guard, the shifting narratives, the desperate attempts to downplay her impact. It's going to be comedy gold. But no matter how loud the critics get, the wins, the championships, the trophies, they will speak for themselves. And if Sheryl Swoopes continues to avoid mentioning Caitlin's name, well, that silence will become deafening, because when the wins keep piling up and the trophies start rolling in, even the loudest doubters will have no choice but to acknowledge the greatness unfolding before their very eyes. The Indiana Fever aren't just here to compete, they're here to dominate, here to change the game. And there you have it. The Indiana Fever have flipped the WNBA script, and Sheryl Swoopes' silence is now the loudest statement of all. Caitlin Clark and this incredible squad are building something truly special, and the haters, they're just going to have to deal with it. But now I want to hear from you. Did this free agency period prove that Indiana is officially the next WNBA powerhouse? And who do you think is still sleeping on Caitlin Clark? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm reading every single one, and before you bounce, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single update. We're breaking down every move, every game, and every hot take in the WNBA. That's it for now. Stay tuned, stay hyped, and I'll catch you all in the next one. So let's just let that sink in for a moment. The Indiana Fever, written off by so many, dismissed as a WNBA wasteland, have not just rebounded, they've detonated a revolution. They've taken the narrative, flipped it on its head, and rewritten the rules of engagement in the WNBA. And at the heart of this seismic shift, the undeniable force of Caitlin Clark, a player who isn't just meeting the hype, she's exceeding it, dragging her team and the entire league into a brighter, more captivating future. Sheryl Swoopes' confident pronouncements, once delivered with such authority, now echo with the hollow ring of misjudgment. Her silence isn't just noticeable, it's deafening. It's a testament to the magnitude of Indiana's transformation and the undeniable brilliance of Clark's impact. This isn't just a free agency success story, it's a testament to vision, to smart strategy, and to the magnetic pull of true greatness. The Indiana Fever are no longer a team building for the future. The future is now, and it is blazing orange and blue. They've assembled a roster brimming with talent, experience, and a shared hunger that's palpable. They're not just aiming for playoff contention, they're setting their sights on dynasty status. And as Caitlin Clark continues to evolve, to refine her game, and to etch her name into the record books, the Fever will only grow more formidable, more captivating, and more dominant. The doubters, the naysayers, the Sheryl Swoopes of the world, they can choose to remain silent to avert their gaze, but the reality on the court will become impossible to ignore. The Indiana Fever are here to stay, they are here to conquer, and they are here to redefine what's possible in the WNBA. Now, this is where you come in. I need to know what you think. Has Indiana Fever officially become the team to fear in the WNBA? Is this the dawn of a new dynasty? And honestly, who else out there is still underestimating the Caitlin Clark effect? Let's get the conversation going in the comments below. I want to hear your boldest predictions, your hottest takes, and your raw reactions to this incredible WNBA shakeup. Dive into the comments. Let's build a community here, dissecting every angle of this fever phenomenon. And if you're fired up about the WNBA, if you're ready to witness history in the making, then there's just one thing left to do. Smash that like button if you're hyped for the Indiana Fever's takeover. Subscribe to the channel to stay locked in for all the WNBA breakdowns, game analysis, and behind-the-scenes stories. And absolutely, positively, ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat as this Fever story unfolds. The WNBA is on fire and you do not want to be left behind. Join the hype, join the conversation, and let's witness history together. Until next time, stay locked in, stay passionate, and get ready for a feverish future.